super awesome art, and today I have to share with you guys this really awesome custom Bombshell Harley Quinn that we worked on. Before I bring her closer and break her all down for you, let's go over some of what went into making her. Alright guys, so here she is. It is Bombshell Harley Custom Funko Pop, and this is by far the most ambitious pop I've ever made, or not even pop, any custom figure I've ever made. I believe this is the most ambitious one I've ever accomplished. Alright, before I show you, break down all the details for you guys, let me explain how I did this pop. So what I did was I took a Jupiter Rising Funko Pop and I chopped her up into a billion pieces, about 9 pieces. So I cut her at the ankles, the feet, the knees, the hips, the arms, and then I took off her head. And then I cut off the hair, the existing ponytail that she had on her hair, and then I added pigtails to her. So it was really a lot of work. It took me about 3 tries to glue the feet in the right position in order for her to stand on this bomb, so it could look like this in this position. So a lot of work went into this one. I also chopped off both arms, and I didn't even use the arms. I just sculpted on new ones so she can have those hand positions. I also sculpted the gun on this figure as well. So a lot of work. Start off with the head. I sculpted on, like I said, the pigtails on to the original pop, and then I sculpted on the hair. So all this was all sculpted on. I also did the goggles on top. There they are. And then I also did her entire body. The Jupiter Rising pop is a very plain pop. That's why I picked that one to use. She's just wearing kind of like a tank top and yoga pants, I believe. And then so it was very easy to just add all of this stuff to it. So I added the little jacket, and the jacket on the back is really cool. I added the Joker logo onto the back. You can see it there. Kind of tricky to see, it's so tiny, but it's there. And then I also gave her the collar on her jacket, and then I painted on her bikini top, and then I gave her the gloves. I sculpted the hands on completely, and I also gave her that little gun in her hand. Then I also sculpted on the shorts on this figure, along with the belt that goes all the way around. That's all sculpted on. And then I also gave her her tights, and her boots were all sculpted on as well. There's a close look at them. Really cool on this one is all the little details that this figure, or this character has. The little Joker face on the skull on the front of the bomb there, so you can see it there with the little mouth painted on in red with the eyes. A little bit of detail. Let me see if I can get it to show up better. All right, there we go. And then on this side, it has her initials on the side there, and then her lips, a little lipstick kiss on there as well. And then also it says Gotham or Bust on the side with the Batman logo circled out, and then it has all the little details on the back all the way around. So there that is. I'll post pictures at the end of this so you guys can get a better look at all the details. I know my lights are really bright. It's really late at night, so I had to bring in really, really bright lights to be able to see something. So there it is. I also, to this one, I also added, she's kind of holding on by a rope that's attached to the bomb. That's how she's standing on. So I gave her a little Batman batarang. You can see it there. And then it's held on by the rope, and it's attached to her hand. Let's see if I can bring it closer. There's the rope. See it there. I also gave her the face because she has a really big expression, this character does, so I really wanted to capture that. So I painted on the eyes and the eyebrows, and then gave her kind of rosy cheeks and a big smile because it's Harley Quinn. And I also gave her eyebrows. Also on this one, I gave her a really neat base to match everything, so I did it kind of in the same color as the bomb, and then I also did the little like nails all the way up and around in a kind of a square pattern. This is a really cool piece. It was a commissioned piece. The home that this one's going to already has a whole bunch of art figures. We actually met Luis and Kevin at a convention that we were doing. They stopped by our booth, and they ended up picking up a few of our pieces, which is really awesome. They just happen to be almost all of them DC pieces. I believe they have Heath Ledger Joker that we made, which is amazing, and one of my personal favorites. I'm going to post a link so you guys can check out that video. I believe they have the Poison Ivy that's in that video as well. They have a Nurse Harley that we did. That's in that video too, so check that out so you guys can see those. Yeah, I'm super excited that this one's going to a really good home. When I was originally asked to do this was a commission, and they said they wanted Bombshell Harley. My initial thought to that was that I wanted to put her on the bomb, so I said, is that okay? They said, of course, and then I had to try and figure out how to do it. So that was really tricky. I maybe positioned her feet maybe 3 times, so I glued them on, destroyed it, glued it on, destroyed it, glued it on until it actually worked. So it was really tricky, but worth it because she looks awesome. When I do a figure with a base, my dad helps me out. He does almost all the woodwork for me, so anytime somebody asks for a base or I want something on a base, I'll let him know the idea, and then we'll kind of brainstorm and kind of figure out what would make the pop look the coolest. For this one, I didn't even tell him that I was going to put her on a bomb, so I just went ahead and put her feet in this position. I made the bomb separate, and then I showed him all the pieces, and we tried to figure it out to get it to stand on the base. So she's attached to the bomb comes off the base, and everything was made with different types of clay. So her hair for the most part was sculpty, super sculpty on the front. The goggles were super sculpty firm. So were her pigtails. Her body for the most part was super sculpty firm, so all her clothes. Her arms were in epoxy, a 2-part epoxy, because I wanted it to be really, really strong. So I used that. Her skin tone and her cheeks were airbrushed on. And then everything else was paintbrushed because I love paintbrushing. So I went ahead and paintbrushed everything else by hand. Yeah, I love how this came out. I really love the tips on her pigtails. That is probably really, that and the cheeks really brought this whole thing together for me. I originally did it and I had forgotten about the cheeks, and when I looked at the picture for the last time, I remembered they were in there, so I went ahead and added them at the end, and it really did bring a lot to this character. I also love the little skull and all the little details, because it really does, really is part of the character. All the little things really do bring it to life. So I really do love all of those little details. Yeah, super excited for this one, super happy about it. Like I said, I will post pictures at the end so you guys can see those. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think that's everything. If you like this video, hit the like button. Comment below if you have any questions on any of it. I will be more than happy to try and answer as many questions as I possibly can on this figure. And as always, subscribe to see more cool stuff from us in the future. Thank you so much guys for watching.